So welcome everybody. Thanks for coming to the reception for the opening of the Experience Green Environmental Fair. FoodLink Grey Bruce is really happy to be part of the first weekend of fair in Owen Sound. And we're especially thrilled to be part of this because we have so many farmers that farm ecologically, and we want people to know about them. They're kind of hard to find, and they're doing such wonderful things. So we want to spread the word as far and wide as we can. So I'm really grateful that Rogers is filming this. So we have a producer support program as one of 12 projects that we do at FoodLink Grey Bruce. We're the local project of Grey and Bruce counties since 2007. And this project, the producer support project, is our favorite. And we support, this year we've supported 12 farms, but over the past 4 years we've supported over 60 farms. And so they do a project for this year, and we give them a little funding, and they contribute funding of their own. And then at the end of the year, they come and talk about what they did and what they do for a living, and they talk about what they did for the producer support program. So we're going to hear from those people tonight. And the first one I'd like to introduce is Diane Magwood from Magwood Maple Treats in Hanover. Thanks, Diane.
I guess I'll be the guinea pig and start first. As Maria told you, my name is Diane Magwood, and my husband's name is Jim, and we own Magwood Maple Treats. Magwood Maple Treats started 14 years ago as a project to show our growing family how maple syrup was made. It was interesting because our oldest is 25 now and the youngest is 19, so subtract 14 from them, so we had small kids. I don't know whether we made maple syrup that year, but we sure had a lot of fun. The business has grown steady over the last few years until we reached about 700 taps, and it has remained there. It's big enough for my husband and I to handle now that our kids are grown. Our main source of income is really the dairy farm. We milk cows. So that's the main source. Just to, what's Maria have on here, or Jennifer have on here? One of our projects that we put on was signs. We lived on Great County Road 28, which was the old Hanover bypass, which is a major thoroughfare through Grey County and Bruce County. In one of those pictures, can you go back?
That's a very good question. Okay, that arrow back. This the other way?
No, back to the house. There. Mm-hmm. As you see in this picture, those hydro towers that are located there, we were expropriated by Hydro One and had to move. So there is an unwritten business saying, it takes 7 to 10 years to build a business. Move it, and it takes 5 to 7 years to rebuild your business. So for part of this project, we decided that we would do signage. And this is the sign that we put in front of the house here. And the next slide is the sign that's at a corner. We were on a corner lot. Now, we did move only a mile and a half down the road. But we went off this major thoroughfare and onto it's a traveled road, or paved traveled road, but it's not as traveled. And we've been there since about the 1st of April, and I don't have the sales off the door as I would if I was back on 28. When we started, we got a local graphic artist to make us our roadside sign. As you see, we use it all the time. It's on our labels, it's on our business cards, and it has become our trademark. People will look for it. I've had more people comment on the sign. When we started to look for new markets that other maple syrup producers weren't using. So there was not local maple syrup in the stores in Hanover, an area, so I was able to get in there, and I started the craft show circuit. I do about 15 to 20 craft shows a year. Most are at this time of year. Right now I have 6 shows, 6 Saturdays booked here. I got 1 in and another 5 to come in the next 5 weeks. Yeah, I should be at home getting but no. At the shows, I do a lot of talking about maple syrup. Maple syrup isn't just for pancakes. You can bake with it, you can cook with it. It's versatile. Maple syrup can replace white sugar, brown sugar in recipes. I also do a lot of troubleshooting at the shows. I will have people come up and ask me, why has my maple syrup got mold on the top? Well, my first question always is to them is, where was it sitting? Well, and I opened it, I left it sitting on the counter. No. Your label on the jar says refrigerate after opening. They didn't store it right. Another one is, why is there crystals on the bottom? Well, the producer gave you a bit more maple syrup sugar-wise than he should have. You will see my red and white tablecloth there at my one, there's our labels on that jar, on that slide. But my red and white tablecloth has maple leaves on it. And that's another trademark that the people at the craft shows look for. The comments is, where did I get it? Well, I actually got them quite a number of years ago through old Regal catalog. I don't think they're in business anymore. Another project that Jim and I like to do is we coordinate the Ontario maple, or the Grey Bruce maple syrup producers for Grown in Grey. And Grown in Grey is an agriculture in the classroom program for grades 4 to 6. It's held every year on the 3rd Tuesday and Wednesday in April at the Chatsworth Arena. What happens there is the kids or students from the various schools in Grey County. Now Bruce County has one too, and it's called Roots of Bruce, and it's set up the same way. The kids, I call them kids. The students will be bused to Chatsworth, and they will be put in groups of 4 to 6 to 8, depending on how many kids or students are coming that day. And they will visit at least 10 stations. And at each station, an agriculture commodity in Grey County, we have 10 minutes to tell them about what our commodity does. The students do ask good questions. They're still the ones that do ask sillies, but you just deal with them. These students represent our future consumers. If proper information is given to them, they are more than likely to know where their food has come from and what food is available in Grey and Bruce.
Thanks, Diane. Now we're going to hear from Jennifer Seilern? And Mathias. She's here with Mathias as well, and they're from Kincardine. And they have, you're both going to come up? Sure. Great. That's great. Welcome.
I was going to speak, but it's too low for me, so
Oh, there you go.
I'm going to back off here.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jennifer, and this is Mathias Seilern. We farm 262 acres in Kincardine, or near, just outside of Kincardine. We moved there in the spring of 2011, so we haven't been in this area too long. We came from Schomberg, just north of Toronto. We run a small mixed farming operation. We have 65 head of cattle, cow-calf operation, 130 acres of organic cash crops, including spelt and soybeans. We have a 7-sow free-range farrow to finish operation, and we also do pastured chickens and turkeys. So all of the livestock are transitional organic, and the crops are mostly organic now. We really believe that a farm's strength lies in its diversity, both ecologically and economically. So we're very committed to this mixed farming model that we're starting here. We would love to sell all of our products local, but currently we sell some products local and some to larger markets. So being new to this area added a new challenge onto local marketing. Sorry, I got distracted by that really cute picture. So one of our goals this past summer was just trying to get people to know that we're farming here now. So we decided that a good way to do that would be to sell pork at the Kincardine Farmers Market. So that's what we use the grant for mostly, is getting ready to sell. We were really frugal, and we're really pleased to see how far we were able to stretch the grant money. So our pork is a frozen product, so our main concern was being able to get the product to and from the market in a safe and legal manner. We bought a small freezer and painted our farm name on the front of it. And we borrowed, we installed a trailer hitch on our car, and we borrowed a trailer from our neighbor every week. At Canadian Tire, we were able to buy an inverter that runs off the battery of our car and that the freezer can plug into. So the freezer can run the entire time that we're going to the market and back from the market. And we have a place that we can plug in at the market, which is really handy. Also with the grant money, we were able to purchase some gently used market equipment, including a tent, a table, a cash box, extension cord, all that kind of stuff that you need. Our intern this summer, Lucas, really enjoyed photography. He took most of the pictures that you're seeing up here today. And so he took some great pictures of the farm and the pigs, and we had them professionally printed and enlarged, and we had them displayed at the market stand. And then just to make a really splashy entrance, we cooked samples for the first few weeks that we were at the market, which was a really good idea and brought a lot of people over to our stand.
Bacon does a wonder in the morning. The smell of bacon.
That's right. The Kincardine Farmers Market is a pretty well-established market, so we were able to make some really great connections there. And we were also able to raise our farm's profile, and we found that our product sold really well, and people were really excited to have it locally. So that was really encouraging to have that one-on-one with our consumer. We're really grateful for the grant money because it really helped us. Oh, there's our farm stand there. There's Lucas on the right. Our internship? Well, this was our first. The first time that we had an intern on the farm, and he was fantastic. So now we're a little bit nervous to do it again because he was so great. I'm not sure if anybody else can live up to it, but yeah. So they just live on the farm, and we provide a small stipend every month, and they do. Well, we try to teach them new skills as well as do whatever he was interested in. So allow for some creativity. So Lucas was really great, and the lady in the picture is Rachel's Mathias' sister, and she's really great for marketing. So they usually did that together on Saturday morning when we were doing other stuff on the farm.
She's cheap labor too.
Yeah, hire your family. Yeah. So having the grant from Grey Bruce Food Link allowed us to be able to try this out, this market, being at the market, without having to put a lot of investment in up front, which was really, really helpful for us. Yeah, so I think that's mostly all we had to say. We just wanted to thank everybody for listening to us this evening and for supporting local agriculture.
Thank you.
Thanks very much. It's having farms and products like that help our farmers markets become really vibrant, and that draws more people, and then we get more farms popping up. So it's a great cycle, and I'm glad we could be part of that.